Hey folks, Jay Marino here, and welcome back. We're playing StarCraft 2 Ambivalence, a custom campaign created by PowerCore X64. We're on to the finale today, Mission 7, Broken Nation. I've quite enjoyed this campaign so far, and we'll talk more about that at the end here in our typical wrap-up. A civil war rages across Ire. Selendis and her separatist forces have captured multiple provinces over the past few days. With Daylom forces preoccupied, the Pharaoh Zerg have overrun Antioch and are now attacking neighboring provinces. Having pinpointed Selendis, Artanis has sent Vorazun to capture Selendis and bring an end to her coup. 35 points. What would really be the most impactful thing that we could take? Starting minerals, probably. Black hole duration. The thing with starting minerals is it'll give us that boost right at the beginning, but then eventually it'll get to the point where it didn't really matter at all. But again, it's hard to quantify how much that extra boost at the beginning really gives you. Black hole duration, chrono boost speed are two things that both feel really good too, because those are persistent through the whole mission. What I'm thinking is we do starting minerals, just to get crazy. Granted, gas tends to be our main issue. And then we go chrono boost speed, and then we go black hole duration. I don't care about dark pylon radius. Starting supply is just kind of a less flexible version of starting minerals, in my opinion. Max Spear of Adun energy could be nice. Granted, as long as we're using it, then it's fine. Time stop haste is also really good, though this only goes up 1% per. So, I mean, I think that's movement and attack speed when it says haste. But honestly, I'm just not... It just says unit speed, not even attack speed. So yeah, I think maybe we'd consider Shadow Guard duration over Black Hole duration, but I'm pretty happy with this. Let's go. The Overmind's corpse. Here we stand, engulfed in a civil war once again. Prepare all defenses and ready our attacks. We must eliminate the Hierarch's loyalists and save Ire. Vorazun, with most of the Golden Armada siding with Selendis, it is improbable you will receive additional support. Then it seems we will have to fight Selendis alone. But will my troops follow me, especially after all I was accused of? Matriarch, if I may. I know you did not betray our ideals, and I know others believe that too. You led us through the End War and the destruction of Shakuras. I shall gladly lay down my life for you until I have reached my end. As will I. Us as well. Thank you, brave defenders of Ire. For Rashagal. Matriarch, I have picked up dozens of unidentified spacecraft entering Ire's atmosphere. Be prepared for... Hee-haw! Oh, hell yeah! Friend John. Told you I'd be seeing you again. Got word of what happened, and my boys all agreed to return the favor. The bulk of my ships will blockade low orbit so Selendis can't escape. Man, Admiral Horner's gonna be livid. Now, let's get those Rebs. The payoff to the Terran storyline, you love to see it. Matriarch Vorazun, Artanis has sent me to help you capture Selendis. He believes with Selendis removed from leadership, the rebellion will collapse. We shall stand with you until the end. Then let us fight as one. Ooh. Go ahead and just get started here. Dark Pylons to start. Oh my gosh. Bottom up. Selendis is an accomplished warrior. Over the course of her service to the Protoss, she has dealt thousands of deaths, some of which were directly at her hands. In the period after the Brood War, Selendis regarded the Dark Templar as a threat to her heritage and saw them as being overly smug. However, she was willing to work beside them. She even developed a reputation among some more tolerant Templars being biased against the Nerazim. After the End War, Selendis still held prejudice towards the Nerazim, but was resolved to try and overcome it. Now she commands a rebellion hoping to overthrow Hierarch Artanis. A culmination of dozens of Protoss tribes unsatisfied with the Hierarch's leadership, Selendis' followers have sworn allegiance to High Executor Selendis. Although Kalai dominant, sizable amounts of Nerazim and Purifier forces could be found in their ranks. Most of their forces come from the provinces of Sion and Valari, and some provinces the United Order attacked. Cool, we get Void Rays now. You love to see it. Maybe we just mass Void Rays and we sweep the map. I think that's kind of... Anytime you get like a... I wouldn't consider the Void Ray a super unit, but you know what it basically is? I'd take a whole bunch of Void Rays over carriers in many instances. Maybe we just make only that. Time Stop is cool. You and your allies have shared attack and armor upgrades. Researching these upgrades will unlock your allies' counterparts, making them more powerful on the battlefield. So we want to rush upgrades and make sure we don't die. Cool. Ship, the show tips, those are gone. Achievements. Mind control 25 units, kill 100 enemy units while Time Stop is active. Destroy the Zerg Hive cluster in under 25 minutes. Defeat Selendis and finish the campaign on challenging or higher. Hey, we're going to get that one automatically. Vorazun, I am detecting Feral Zerg to the west attacking Selendis' forces. Be wary, as they will likely attack your forces as well. Clear them out if you need access to another mineral node. I'm like trying to read and build stuff at the same time. It's confusing, makes my eyes cross a little bit. Feral Zerg. The Feral Zerg have taken an interest in the battle brewing around their dead master. They will attack you and your allies, in addition to Selendis. Defeat them if you need access to another mineral node or want to eliminate them as a threat. Selendis might have the same idea. Cool, well, let them fight each other for a while. We'll worry about that later. I can see why it's an achievement, because if you take them out early, that's actually removing a distraction. Are we on the same platform that we start the host on? Because if so, that does simplify things a bit. It kind of looks like it, doesn't it? Yeah, okay, so we can't just walk down there. She also has specialty units, so... Again, I could try and just rush Void Rays. We don't have a way to repair Void Rays, so they're not going to be, like, super obvious, easy... Oh, all of our pylons? No, that's Matrix Overload. I thought those were Dark Pylons to start. My bad. Maybe Matrix Overload's still pretty good. Okay, let's go ahead and get our Dark Shrine.
You have not enough minerals. Put your harvest.
Let's get both Dark Shrines at once. Actually, you know what? We should probably start making units. Actually, no, get the Dark... We have one Dark Shrine. We want to get Dark Archons as soon as possible. Yeah, I'll get double then. Because what we can do is mind control the initial attacks, or at least use Confusion. I'm a little concerned I'm not going to have enough units to start. So let's just make sure we actually build some stuff, even if it's mostly Centurions. We want to move up here as soon as possible and get that gas. And then our allies over here, really well set up. Looks like they're still setting up their defense. Based on the minimap, it looked like they were still building stuff early on, which is cool. So, like, they actually had to get set up. Okay, Matrix Overload does give us a nice defense... Really nice defense start. So we have to get Argus Crystal before we build any... I mean, we don't have to, but I think it makes sense to get Argus Crystal before we get any Dark Archons. And then we want to get upgrades pretty much as early as possible as well, but we're really short on gas. So I think we got to get Argus Crystal. Mind Control and Confusion, very, very powerful defensive tools. What can we get for Centurions? Increased speed, not really necessary. We can get a second Cybernetics Core to get upgrades as well. Let's get ground weapons, because that'll apply to the Terran. I mean, getting shields won't apply to the Terran, so we probably shouldn't get that. Man, the amount of units that our allies have is wild. Will we even get attacked down here?
We stand watch.
Okay, let's queue up shields as well. It's possible they'll skirt around our allies and attack us through here, so we just have to be ready for that. So getting all of these... I think getting all of these upgrades will affect... Well, no, because they don't have the Nerazim units. I also have...
Your ally requires your aid. More Vespine gas.
Time Stop, so I'm probably just going to go ahead and move out and take out the expansion areas so that we can get those additional units. Let's do this. That'll help our allies because they're doing a little push as well. Nice job.
Your ally has entered the fray. Stand as one.
And I'm going to get these defense upgrades. We're going to need those later for sure.
Your ally has entered the fray. Stand as one.
And we need gas for sure. That's the earliest thing that we need. And then we can set up a little defense here for later. For later. Looks like there's a lot of little areas that the enemy is set up in.
Our allies are engaged in battle.
Make sure we have that chrono boost set on something important, because that's where we need a fleet beacon for those.
Your ally requires your allies' base.
So our allies have to survive. It looks like, I mean, they're attacking.
The enemy defiles your base. Slay them.
Help. Mostly making Centurions so that we can save our gas for other stuff later.
You have not enough minerals.
Okay. Dragoons. Kind of scary. Looks like we're going to need some defense up on this area up here as well.
Your ally has entered the fray. Stand as one.
Okay, that was a large attack, and it did hurt quite a bit. So let's just make sure that we keep getting upgrades for our allies.
Under attack. Our allies
Prismatic
are engaged in
range.
battle. An upgrade has been completed.
Oh yeah, signifiers can heal our,
Not enough minerals.
Signifiers can heal our dudes, our Void Rays. But what we want to do is probably leave them at home, rather than attack with them and then fly home.
Upgrade.
Okay, let's get a bunch of Dark Archons. We can afford one more, so let's get one more. And then let's just start pumping out Centurions more and more and more. There's a decent amount of... Oh, that's not good. Thank you, Confusion.
You've not enough. Your ally requires your aid.
Do it again.
You
Okay,
have
we're
not
okay
enough
for now.
minerals. Your mineral reserves are insufficient. You have not enough minerals. Put your harvesters to work.
And then you might as well attack with these. This is... I think this is an instance where, like, as long as we can get... We're kind of min-maxing here. It's a little spooky, but if we can get this saturated, then we'll be okay. But we're not quite... We're not quite there yet. Never mind. We're just gonna lose. Back up. Let's take these.
That ability requires more energy.
Let's send these dudes out to do something.
Battle is upon
We
us.
require more minerals.
Okay, at least we're no longer debuffed.
Upgrade. Your ally has entered the fray.
We're no longer debuffed when we attack stuff. Because that was... well, rather the enemy isn't buffed. But yeah, that was rough. Let's see if we can just depower as much of this base as possible. Come on, come on, come on. Ah, almost. Alright, that's fine. Keep making probes. Whenever our scanner sweep is ready, we will use it. Okay, good. So he'll scan for us.
Our nexus point is under siege.
I would love some energizers, though. Oh, they're not good energizers, though. That's a shame. Okay, help. Yeah, I'm gonna lean on these Dark Archons. Those that was a shame. Bad energizers. And then I think we're gonna want to just build a bunch of defense. Okay, that could have been worse.
Stand as one.
Upgrades. Again, we're leaning into upgrades early. So that our allies can make... I mean, if our allies are continually making progress, then I'm feeling good.
Our allies are engaged in battle. Your ally requires your aid. You have
I don't know if they're attacking with detection, so DTs will be great to defend with. And we want to get the ability to that lets them heal. No, that's
Your ally
signifiers.
requires your aid.
Now again, we're like min-maxing like crazy here. This is gonna work if we can stay alive long enough to let these cannons finish, and then we'll start making putting some pressure on up here. In fact, let's time stop and then clean this up. That'll buy some time for our fresh cannons to finish.
You've not enough minerals. Put your harvesters to work. Your ally has entered the fray. Stand as one.
It seems like they are building out of these structures, so it's good to actually destroy these areas. Zerg are all the way on the left, so I'm not even going to worry about them.
Your ally's base is in peril.
Okay, good. That's one section down that seemed like it was actually building stuff to attack us with. And those are our buddies right there. Good, okay.
Your ally requires your aid. You have not enough. Our ally's base is our allies are
Okay,
engaged
that's
in battle.
going to be some decent defense. Maybe not enough.
Upgrade
And as long as we keep using time stop every so often. Well, now we didn't need all this defense over on that side, but that's okay. Hopefully they clean that up. Yeah, allies are doing fine. Air armor level 2, stalker attack speed, and blink. Just queue up all this junk.
Your ally requires your aid.
Okay, can it keep the Dark Archons back? And I think now we go ahead and start queuing up the Void Rays to be offensive, and then we use the Signifiers
Upgrade complete.
to heal them.
Your forces grow more powerful. Your ally has entered the
Maximum
fray.
thrust,
Stand
sure,
as one.
sounds good. I mean, I can just take these Void Rays, and now they're mine. Oh yeah, and I forgot, for when we mind control stuff, it gets full energy. Yeah, it restores life and shields. That's really good. Okay, well that's less we have to build now. Oh, and that doesn't count towards a supply either, I forgot. Signifier heal for sure.
Upgrade complete. Your forces grow more powerful.
I think leaning into upgrades rather than being ultra offensive myself was a good choice.
Upgrade complete.
Patting myself on the back.
Use of this surge in potential.
Because it is it's allowing my allies to make way more progress, which takes a lot of pressure off of both them and myself. And then every time time stop is up, we'll make a little progress. Now, it'll be nice to get some more minerals later, but I don't think we're going to need that much if we kind of start snowballing out of control. So, like, Void Rays, you're getting added to the group. This is my defensive force to mind control stuff with. There's an achievement to mind control, what? Oh, only 25. That's not even that much. We can get that. Kill enemies while time stop is active. Yeah, we're definitely not going to get the oh, hello.
Let this transgression go unpunished.
We're definitely not going to get that one to destroy the Zerg Hive cluster in time, because we're not going over there right now. We're going to push up our own lane.
An upgrade has. Our allies are engaged in battle.
Okay, there's Nerazim now attacking us. And let's start the Void Rays.
There are not enough
And we'll just capture capital ships.
Stand as one.
Okay, that's looking good. Let's change this one over here.
Our allies are engaged in battle.
Okay, you all back up. I think DT's on the defensive is quite good.
More powerful.
I'm going to cram in more cannons on this edge. And where to next? Again, I could make a move for the Zerg. It's hard, though, because then that leaves our flank, uncovered. Okay, Get added.
Your ally has entered the fray. Stand as one.
And I think we just do this. Whoa!
An upgrade has been completed.
I'll take some Broodlords. Get added to my air group. Okay, Zerg's starting to hit us, so I think if I can set up just a boatload of defense, which I've already started, but we're going to set up even more.
Your research has completed.
Then we take our air fleet and we start attacking the Zerg. I think that's the answer, because the Zerg are causing me some problems. We'll time stop and just blast through it.
Channel the light device.
And eventually we'll get to the point where we're going to have more than enough resources, I think.
Your ally has entered the fray. Stand as one.
Yeah, he's 2-3-3. There's armor coming up right here. Those upgrades are all done. He hasn't really made any progress. Wow, why are these so fast? Oh, porous cartilage. Okay. All right. That's cool. That's chill.
Our allies are engaged in battle.
Zerg have attacked and destroyed this stuff. You love that. Okay, we ready? Let's go ahead and attack.
Requires your aid.
Time stop. I thought those were lurkers. Those are ravagers. That's fine. Oh. Oh no, these we do want
Under attack.
on this group. This side is fine. Broodlords, I think, even just the couple that we took are pretty useful here.
Your ally has entered the fray. Stand as the
I can't see the lurkers, but that's okay. Oh, never mind. I don't know what just caused that, but
Our allies are engaged in battle.
that's fine. We're fine up there now. Don't let these Broodlords through.
Ally has entered the fray. Stand as one.
Yeah, okay, it seems like we've managed to push through here. They must have a lot of production behind all of this. That is a... Oh, I thought that was a Brutalisk. I'm glad I went air, because pushing through this with ground seems rough. Oh, and John will scan for us, so we can see the lurkers and clear them out if we want to take this base for ourselves. Okay, let's keep moving in.
Make use of this surge in potential.
I'm just trying to snipe the structures.
Our allies are engaged in battle.
Maybe we'll get that 25 minutes if we just barely clean up these structures here in a second. Okay, save, and we got... Very nice, we got that.
Our nexus point. Your ally has
How's this going?
stand
I mean, we occasionally lose a shield battery here or there. Just use our spirit abilities to help clear that out. Let's help John. He's trying... Oh, no, that's not even John. All right, well, let's attack this way. I'm going to get one more round of Void Rays, which should be, you know, I don't want to say more than enough, but... Poor Broodlords. I'm glad we got two of them. They've been pretty useful. Let's go ahead and fly back home and clear this out finally. And then let's get some signifiers so that we can fly home and get healed rather than having to rebuild stuff constantly.
Your base is under siege. Do not let this. Our allies are engaged in battle.
And at this point, there's really nothing to do except steal units, because we're going to be supply capped here. Now, with the Zerg gone, I want to say, arguably, we're probably done. In record time, might I add. Kill units with time stop active. Okay, not quite there. Wonder if we can mind control Selendis. I mean, she's probably heroic, which means no, but... Stealing the healing carriers would be very smart.
Your ally warriors have engaged the enemy.
This is what I meant. We're not even going to need to take more bases. And I'm happy with that.
Files your base.
Oh, hello.
Lay them.
Wow, they're going to die right away. So we just have to capture Selendis. We don't necessarily have to kill everything. I kind of want to. Broodlords, you gotta chill, man.
The enemy has engaged your forces. Unleash the fury of the
I mean,
day.
sure.
Your ally requires your
I'll take more Dark Archons. Just thinking, like, have I lost stuff? Oh, I'll take an Arbiter, too.
Your ally has
Ooh, I'll take all of these.
stand as one. The enemy has engaged your forces. Unleash the fury of the Daylon.
Dude, one, yeah. They have Whirlwind. You gotta be careful. That is scary. That seems like a pretty big attack, but we're gonna catch it.
Our allies are
I could go home and get healed. Let's keep going for now. These poor Broodlords. They're too fast for their own good, you know? This is a very enemy-dense map, that's for sure. I don't know if enemy kills... It says enemy units killed during the time stop, or what? It's just that, I mean, sometimes you just gotta go Mass Void Rays. It's very satisfying. It's a lot of Colossi. Again, I'm very happy that I went ground. I went air. Going ground seems like it would be nightmarish. Oh, hello.
Our warriors have engaged.
Use your boost.
Your allies' base is under attack.
Did the mind control Void Rays end up not having the upgrades? Or, like, once you mind control something, do new upgrades you get count towards them? Because that would be nice. Alright, we're already hitting Vorazun over here. Nice scan. Good scan, buddy.
Your ally has entered the fray. Stand as one. Our allies are engaged in battle.
No! Broodlord!
Your ally requires your aid.
I almost think we have to focus fire structures because they have so many production structures they can rebuild stuff faster than we can kill them. Well, never mind. We are killing them fast enough here, but... Still, you can see, like, the rate at which they're flooding units in is quite high, so we have to...
Your ally requires your aid.
That's alright, Broodlord.
Your warriors are under attack.
You did your best. Keep it up.
Your ally has entered the fray. Mineral field has been depleted.
Okay, we're burning through their production.
Our allies
We're gutting
are
them.
engaged in battle.
Keep scanning for me, John. Oh. No thanks. I don't want to get black holed.
Field depleted.
Okay, we're 3-3-3 everything. That's right, that's right. Don't get stormed.
Cluster depleted.
I guess Archons could be a little spooky, too. Where is Selendis? She's, like, up off the map, it looks like. This should really clear the way for our allies, too. If this base is not attacking them, they're going to be able to just absolutely bomb through. Presumably there's a Nerazim base to the left, like there was a Purifier base on the right. Maybe we just don't bother with that because we are prejudiced. We'll kill all the other enemies, but we'll try and save our buddies where possible. They're all filthy traitors. As I said, you know, Victory Fleet of Void Rays honestly feels a little better than Carriers, I think. Just the sheer destructive power, especially buildings,
Stand as one.
is quite incredible. Sad we didn't get the 25 mind control. I really thought we would have taken that many by now. I could bring Dark Archons up by now, but I'm not going to do that.
Your ally requires your
And then the time stop, which I could time stop before attacking Selendis, because Lord knows she might be ultra powerful or something. Okay, just like that. It's just that easy. Let's get our Dark Archons up here on the off chance we can actually take her. If we can mind control her, which doesn't seem right.
mineral field exhausted.
Like, because we're not convincing her, we're literally taking over her mind. Seems messed up. Yeah, she's heroic, so just go for it. She does a lot of damage. You are dooming our people, Vorazun. I can save us all of us. Artanis is no longer fit to lead us. Can we do this?
Your ally has entered the fray. Stand as one.
Uh-oh. Well, that's not going to work. Oh, is she going to follow us? Is she going to attack us now? So here's what we do. We bring everybody. We get our probe up here. We make some pylons. We queue up some more void rays. Maybe what I'll do is take my... Uh-oh, she is coming. Uh-oh. Everybody fall back to our defense. Dark Archons, though, we don't really need you, so maybe we can send you out and try and just frantically steal stuff and get that achievement. We also can time stop and probably kill her pretty easily.
Insufficient energy. Your ally requires your aid.
There we go.
The enemy lays siege to your allies' base.
Honestly, I feel like my static defense will be able to kill her, especially if we time stop, which I'm going to do in order to get the kills, the unit kills, which we may or may not get. 100 enemy units specifically. So let's time stop here. Yeah, if we didn't get it during this time stop, we're not going to get it. So we're going to head home now.
Our allies are engaged in battle.
And turn this off and we just got to start warping in stuff. Vorazun, think about what you're doing. Well, nice job flying into a billion cannons. Got it. Ooh, that's a nice achievement symbol there too. Makes me feel important. Something, something, here comes the Gantrathor meme. This is a lost cause. So I don't think the Selendis portrait is supposed to still be up here. Probably left over from the dialogue when she was telling us to think about what we were doing. Oh, there she goes. Surrender, Selendis. Your rebellion has been quelled. Surrender? Remain in the Bastille until I reach my end? I would rather die. Slay me. I am a threat to Artanis' collapsing society alive. You do not deserve death given your situation. I believe Telos and Nox would agree this is something you fail to comprehend. And Artanis is not perfect. No one is. You by no means are a preferable alternative. Well said, young Vorazun. Executive Selendis, under the Daylon Constitution, Section 46, you are under arrest for treason against the Daylon. For the sake of our people, I hope your decision to ally yourself with Artanis will be vindicated, Vorazun. That was a hell of a fight, Vorazun. Your leadership was exceptional. Thank you, friend John. This victory would not have been possible without your aid. Least I could do for what you did for me and the people of Noria. What will you do now? I'm not too sure anymore, though I'm sure the Council would like to see me. You just make sure you and your Protoss friends play nice from now on, yeah? Well, I'm off to receive the biggest dressing down of my entire career. Take care of yourself, Vorazun. You as well, friend John. I think that Selendis portrait's going to stay on until the campaign full-on ends, unfortunately. Oh, okay, good. It's gone for now. And then we can watch the cinematic, the end. Yeah, I didn't get that time stop. Time stop, we probably have to take the time stop haste. Yeah, only 64. That's one where, like, the mission would just have to gone on significantly longer. Void Ray kills 620. You'll love to see it. Yeah, you know what? Let's watch the cinematic now, and then we can talk a bit more about the campaign on the launcher once it's all over. But this was a good... Oh, I guess to talk about this map, this was a good, you know, big battle map. We had two fairly competent allies. I really liked how John auto-scanned. It's nice to have that on our side for once. Normally you're versus a Terran enemy that insta-scans as soon as you send anything cloaked, which kind of defeats the purpose of trying to use cloaked stuff, because the AI can counter it so directly without having to, you know, look around the minimap and see specifically where they need to scan. That's neither here nor there, but I just really liked how we had a responsive ally that would check for cloaked units for us. That was very, very nice. Send me in. A new path. Now that Selendis has been dealt with, the Council meets to discuss Vorazun's future. Vorazun, I'm truly sorry about everything. We apologize as well. We were wrong to accuse you, especially me. You have demonstrated such resilience in your struggle to prove your innocence. Your mother would be very proud. We believe you are worthy of reprising your role on this council. Turn them down, they don't deserve it. And then some. Not to mention stopping Selendis. They are asking you back, Vorazun. I am asking you back. What say you, Vorazun? Ooh! I'm sorry, Artanis, but I'm not coming back. What? Vorazun? Matriarch. No. Vorazun. I don't think this model of Artanis can run, but I think he's supposed to be like jogging after her, you know? Instead he's very slowly like, wait! Vorazun, wait, I must speak with you. I'm pretty sure I know exactly the reference that this scene is, that this scene was built from. We'll talk about it at the end. Why are you doing this? Google DeepMind, the music, please. The council did not trust me, so why should I stay in the Daylom? The Daylom is your life. What about your people? They need leadership. You can provide them that, much like your mother. I am not my mother, and I never will be. I cannot stay here any longer. Not now. I must leave the council and you behind. She's just gonna go get paid oodles of money for private speaking events. Without the responsibility. I understand, Vorazun. More than you realize. I understand wanting to walk away from the Daylom. I know. Walking off into the sunset. I know it kind of ruins the mood, but I'm speaking so that maybe, if I'm very lucky, I will not receive a demonetization on the video because of the music. But, you know, if it happens, I apologize. Maybe I should have just been silent. I like that ending. I liked it. If you've seen the Clone Wars television show, the animated television show for Star Wars, The Clone Wars, that was Ahsoka leaving the Jedi Order in what was, I believe, season 4? Season 4 or 5. But I like the end. I mean, that was like a near line-for-line recreation of her leaving and, you know, Anakin being like, I know that you don't, you know, I don't agree with the council either. And she's like, yeah, I get it. And then leaves. And it's an impactful moment in the show, and I think it's fitting here, too. Like, she's basically saying, like, you guys didn't really give me a chance and convicted me near instantly without even allowing me to try and prove my innocence, so F you. And I appreciate that. Overall, I think this campaign was very well done. I think it just... Looking back, I think I thought maybe the story was going to take some more wild turns and have maybe some twists and what have you. It was a lot more straightforward than I think I initially expected. That's not a bad thing, though, just to be clear. Just pointing out that that's my observation. I thought maybe there'd be some sort of twist, like there was another council member in on it, or something would happen with Selendis that would make it deeper. But overall, I think the setup was really well done. The way Artanis acted and the rest of the council acted felt pretty in character for them. Again, Artanis is doing what he thinks is the right thing, and maybe going a little too gung-ho on that without stopping and thinking maybe we need to figure some other stuff out first. Instead, we're going to go like full-on reparations for the Terrans, even though they probably deserve it. It's going to cause some other problems. Again, that's kind of in character for Artanis to just sort of do that and assume everyone will agree with him. So story-wise, I think this was well done. The dialogue was not overly done. The Protoss spoke like Protoss. I appreciated that. I really liked the look into like the underbelly of Ire. There was a lot of little things throughout this campaign that I feel like were really well done. I liked the progress with the Spear of Adun. I liked that we occasionally had allies that were pretty useful. Granted, we may have had to help them here or there. The enemy attacks were no joke. They sometimes attacked from different directions, which I appreciated. I'm looking back on that one where we played as the Dalam, where it was... We weren't sure which direction they might have attacked us from, so it wasn't as cookie-cutter as, you know, in 1 minute's time, we can expect an attack in this specific location, etc., etc. The dialogue, specifically in the cinematics, I feel like was very purposefully trimmed down, and that's something, again, I really appreciate. I think something like, it can look to Odyssey, and you might hear me talk about how much I love the story of that, and I always want more cinematics there. But that's not something that I can apply wholly to every other campaign. That's something that was built up over time. Whereas something like this, which is, I feel like is a lot more smaller in scope in terms of like the story and the narration. I think the amount of time that we spent with the main story and some of the side stories was appropriate. There's more stuff like the crime family stuff. Like that could have been elaborated on a little bit more for like a more interesting thing, like even have an extra mission, for example, to kind of flesh it out. But it's a fine line you tread where then maybe you start going down this road of then the player's getting too much information. And what this campaign did was it did keep me guessing. So like I said at the beginning, I'm like, what if this goes off in all these crazy directions? And it didn't, but it had me asking the question, which I appreciate. So there was brevity to this, which led to some curiosity, and I think that that's such an important part to how you tell a story. Even if maybe there's some stuff that leaves me asking for a little bit more on some of the side elements, like maybe with the Tal'Darim or the Ire, Terran crime families, like that, I think that's a good thing. It's good to leave some stones unturned for the player, as long as you're wrapping up the main story, which this absolutely did. I feel like the setup for Vorazun was pretty well done. Being able to include the Tal'Darim, have some different factions. I always talk about being scared fighting those campaign Protoss units, but this campaign makes it work because we're given the tools to counter them. Specifically Spear of Adun and a very powerful army of our own. Overall, the maps just felt really well polished, and I appreciate PowerCore X's work on this. I think this is absolutely one of the best when it comes to like a in-universe StarCraft story. It's just like a nice little concise, very well polished set of maps, and I appreciate it. So I'd recommend people try this out. There's achievements, which adds a lot of replayability. It's clear that the achievements, especially from Mission 1, are there to make you want to come back and do some challenge run. Challenge run is a strong term, but basically force yourself to play in some different ways. That way you get some replayability out of these 7 maps, and be able to replay them on different difficulties, etc., etc. So overall, this hit a lot of really, really, really good points. And honestly, I wish I would have written some notes down, because looking back at some of the other maps too, I would have liked to be able to point out every little thing, but this really felt like a lot of thought went into basically every piece of it. And I think that's great. It's really well done. All right, thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you next time for something new. Bye-bye.